Organizational Development of Fortune 500 Management by Sandra Price, Management Consulting. Overview of this presentation's purpose. In this presentation, we will recognize the company's current standings, strengths and weaknesses, goals, how to achieve these goals, strategic plan, benefits, and final recommendations. Fortune 500 Management's current standings. Fortune 500 Management shows several current standings that compose the makeup of the organization. The organization is very political. They follow a hierarchical structure. They utilize centralized decision-making. Fortune 500 Management has very little diversity, and they also operate in functional departments. Fortune 500 Management's strengths and weaknesses. Their strengths are that they follow a hierarchical structure and they operate in functional departments. Their weaknesses are that they are very political and they utilize a centralized decision-making process. They also have very little diversity. Goals for Fortune 500 Management. Their goals are to increase performance, increase job satisfaction, increase productivity, and become more diverse. How to achieve these goals. Increase performance and productivity. To increase these, the organization would need to use a decentralized decision-making process, lessen the political culture in the organization, reinforce the hierarchical structure, and utilize the strategy of recognition. Decision-making and a less political culture. Decentralized decision-making. Decentralized decision-making puts the decision-making in the hands of the managers that are closer to the action. Decentralized organizations are able to act more quickly to solve problems, have more people that can provide ideas and input into the decision, and employees do not feel alienated from those making the decision that will affect their work lives. Lessen the political culture in the organization. While some level of organizational politics is necessary for operation, too much can discourage employees of different groups. Hierarchical structure. A hierarchical structure gives employees someone to look to as a boss for leadership and guidance. It also creates more structure for the organization as opposed to confusion and possible power struggles that often arise with a flat structure. Recognition. Recognition is a cost-saving way to give employees confidence, feedback, and show appreciation for their work. Employees feel better about their jobs and are more motivated to work more effectively and efficiently when their hard work is recognized. Recognition also increases job satisfaction, and it plays into our hierarchy of needs by giving us a sense of belonging and boosting esteem. Increased job satisfaction. Job satisfaction can ultimately lead to how successful an organization is. Thus, it needs to be a top issue. Jobs that are interesting and provide training, independence, variety, and control will often satisfy most employees. Job satisfaction doesn't just deal with the job. Feedback, and social support between coworkers outside of work strongly relates to job satisfaction even after accounting for the characteristics of work itself. Managers should show some interest in how employees are doing and feeling to let them know that the company does care about them. Main causes of job dissatisfaction. Here we can see the main reasons why people are dissatisfied with their jobs. On-the-job stress accounts for 32%, pay accounts for 26%, promotion 21%, work 15%, security 14%, supervisor 9%, and coworkers at 3%. Job satisfaction and money. Pay comes up rather often when discussing how satisfied someone is with their job. For those who are poor or living in poorer countries, then yes, pay does associate with their overall happiness and job satisfaction. For someone who makes a comfortable living, which is about $40,000 a year in the US, the correlation almost disappears. Those who earn on average $80,000 a year are no happier in their jobs than individuals who earn closer to the $40,000 mark. Becoming more diverse. To become more diverse, the organization can target recruiting messages to specific demographic groups. Recruiting at universities and colleges with significant numbers of minorities that are underrepresented can also boost diversity. The organization can also implement diversity programs. These will teach managers the legal framework for equal employment opportunity, encourage fair treatment of all people, will teach managers how a diverse workforce better serves a diverse market, and acknowledge how differences in perspective are valuable when improving performance. Strategic plan. As change should happen rather quickly, it would be beneficial to carry out each change quickly with time in between the changes. The total time for this is recommended for just under 1 year. Below is a timeline of when the changes should be carried out. There are 3 stages that each have 3 components: planning, implementing the strategies for our goals, and letting the change settle. Final recommendations. My final recommendations would be to increase social ties and interactions between employees. Ways to do this are team building activities, recruiting a wider demographic range to increase diversity. This can be done by implementing diversity programs to help increase diversity, keeping the hierarchical structure while lessening some of the political structure. This makes the work environment more comfortable for all departments and groups. My last recommendation is to utilize a recognition program. The end. References: